Ohio is looking to win its first series since early March when it took on VMI after a rousing Game 1 win. Hunter Bonkel took the hill, and like Blake Gasky yesterday, he struck out 2 in a scoreless first inning. Ohio would get the bats going early as Ben Slanker hit his 14th homer of the year to right, giving Ohio an early lead. Slanker's been a revelation this year as he ranks in the top 5 in long balls in the country. The lead for the Bobcats was short-lived, though. Kazua Jordan, the 9-hole hitter, lined a 2-out single to left to bring in a pair of Keydets to give them a 2-1 lead. The Bobcats would not relent, though. A double steal with no outs allowed for a sacrifice fly to tie the game before Cam Bryant hit an RBI single for the second straight day. Leading 3-2, Bonko would get a scoreless inning to kick off a stretch of 3 straight zeros put on the board. In the bottom of the 5th, Slanker would get another extra base hit, tripling down the right field line and bringing in Matt Einich for a 4-2 Ohio lead. That extra run proved imperative as Grayson Fitzwater immediately hit a solo home run to make it a 1-run game once again. Bonko came out for the 7th inning and immediately gave up a single. A nifty pickoff erased that runner, but the next pitch was driven out to right by Aiden Schnarrs for a game-tying solo homer. Bonko was then relieved by Jacob Tate. The command was simply not there for Tate today as he walked 2 and gave up 2 steals before a 2-run single by Bradley Gardner gave VMI a 5-4 lead. Ohio would respond by wasting a leadoff triple by Slanker by stranding him at third. As Dylan Eggle entered with the bases loaded and no outs, it was a tough situation. Those runners and more would cross for VMI as the game was blown wide open with 6 runs coming home in the frame, making it a 12-4 game. It was death by 1,000 paper cuts for Ohio as no extra base hits but a lot of singles gave VMI a commanding late lead. Ohio was all but out of it from there, ending the game with a 13-6 loss to set up a rubber match Sunday. Ohio head coach Craig Moore discusses what it will take for his team to overcome some of the late game struggles in the bullpen.
Well, we need them to bounce back. Then again, we need them to build confidence. We need them to build, some moxie, some demeanor out there on the mound. Like they're going to not let this guy at the plate beat them, And I don't see that out of several of our guys that are coming out of the pen right now.
Ohio and VMI will play a 3rd and final game on Sunday at 1 p.m. at Bob Wren. For Bobcat Showcase, I'm Marc Goldstein.